डियर स्टूडेंट, मेरा नाम ब्रह्मदेव कौशिक है और मैं आपका रेफ्रिजरेटर एयर कंडीशनिंग फैकल्टी हूँ। तो बेटा हम लोग आज पढ़ने वाले हैं, क्या कहते हैं, हमारा टॉपिक है VCRS एंड इट्स रिप्रेजेंटेशन ऑन TS एंड PS डायग्राम। तो जैसे यहाँ लिखा हुआ है कि VCRS का मतलब होता है वेपर कंप्रेशन रेफ्रिजरेशन सिस्टम। मैं अभी यहाँ पे डिस्कस करूँगा कि कैसे हम इस साइकिल को रिप्रेजेंट करेंगे TS और PS डायग्राम में। और जैसे इसका नाम लिखा हुआ है कि वेपर कंप्रेशन रेफ्रिजरेशन सिस्टम, इसका मतलब ये हुआ कि हम यहाँ पे वेपर को कंप्रेस करेंगे और उसके थ्रू रेफ्रिजरेशन इफेक्ट लेंगे। जैसे आपने इसके पहले पढ़ा होगा कि हमने एयर रेफ्रिजरेशन पढ़ा था। तो एयर रेफ्रिजरेशन में क्या करते हैं, हमारा जो वर्किंग सब्सटेंस होता है वो एयर होता है और एयर को हम कूल करते हैं और उसके थ्रू हम रेफ्रिजरेशन इफेक्ट लेते हैं। जैसे कि आप लोगों को मैं पिछली क्लास में बताया था कि रेफ्रिजरेशन का मतलब होता है कि हम विद द हेल्प ऑफ सम सिस्टम जो हमारा एनवायरनमेंट है उससे भी बिलो टेम्परेचर कर देते हैं। तो इट इज़ कॉल्ड रेफ्रिजरेशन। द मीनिंग ऑफ रेफ्रिजरेशन इज टेम्परेचर बिलो द एटमॉस्फेरिक टेम्परेचर। तो नाउ आई एम गोइंग टू मेक स्कीमेटिक डायग्राम एंड देन TS एंड PS डायग्राम। तो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल हम इसका देखेंगे स्कीमेटिक डायग्राम इस साइकिल का, और उसके बाद हम देखेंगे कैसे हाउ वी कैन रिप्रेजेंट दिस साइकिल ऑन TS एंड PS डायग्राम। तो आप लोग भी इसको बना सकते हैं। ये हमारा स्कीमेटिक डायग्राम है। स्कीमेटिक डायग्राम तो it consists of 4 component. Now we are connecting these components through a line. The below portion is called evaporator. This is evaporator, where refrigeration effect will be achieved. This is called compressor. This is condenser. In condenser, cooling fluid in. This is cooling fluid that can be air or water. Then it is out, cooling fluid out. Again it can be air or water. And this is called expansion valve. So this cycle consists of 4 components, and 2 components are from C, that is compressor and condenser, and 2 components from E, letter E. So how we remember it? We can write like this: C, and then E and E. The first one is compressor. C say this is called compressor. Next we say condenser, and this is second one. This is third one. This is fourth. And this is called expansion valve. And the last one is called evaporator. Okay, so suppose in the evaporator we place some glass in which some water is there, that we want to make it ice. हमें ice बनाना है. These are the water. These are water. Suppose temperature of water is room temperature, it can be 25 degrees Celsius. In this water temperature is 25 degrees Celsius. So this is our schematic diagram. Now we are going to plot the point 1. This is point 1. This is point 2. This is point 3. and this is 0.4. This is 0.4. So these 1, 2, 3, 4 point, we will also represent these point on the TS and PS diagram. So I am also making TS and PS diagram. Then I will explain one by one. First the process in the schematic diagram, and then the representation on the TS. This is the TS diagram, and this is the PH diagram. This is the PH diagram. So this is our curve. So this curve is obtained when a pure substance is heated at different temperature, and once it is in liquid condition, it's 100% liquid condition, and after some times, after complete boiling, it converted to the vapor state. So in this curve, suppose this point is B, this point is A, this point is A, and this point is C. Again, in this curve, this is B, this is A, and this is C. Then AB is called saturated vapor line, and BC portion is called saturated liquid line. Sorry, आप इसको लिख लीजिए. AB is called saturated liquid line, and BC portion is called saturated vapor line. Again, in this also, AB denotes saturated liquid line, and BC portion denotes saturated vapor line. So in AB, if any point lies on the curve AB, then it is in 100% liquid state, and if it is lied in the BC portion on the line BC, it is 100% vapor condition. So I'm going to make two horizontal lines. The lower line represents evaporator temperature, and the upper line represents the higher temperature, which is condenser temperature. T is the condenser temperature and T is the evaporator temperature. Again, we make two horizontal line in this graph also. So the lower horizontal line means evaporator pressure, which has less pressure, and the higher pressure is the condenser pressure. Condenser is in the higher pressure state. The PC is the condenser pressure and PE is the evaporator pressure. So how we can get the point 1? This point 1 of this schematic diagram, when horizontal pressure line, evaporator pressure line, cut the saturated vapor line. When the horizontal evaporator pressure line, this one, when this line cuts the saturated vapor line, this is the point. This is the point 1. Again, when the evaporator temperature line cut the BC, which is the saturated vapor line, we will get the point 1. This is point 1. So from 1, just draw a vertical line. From point 1, draw a vertical line. We will draw vertical line. Then this one, suppose this is point 2, this is point 2 dash, this is point 3, and this is the point 4, and so this is like this, and this one. So okay, so when we draw a vertical line from 1, we'll get the enthalpy. So this is the pH chart. So this denotes the enthalpy. Enthalpy means total heat content of the refrigerant at particular point. Enthalpy means total heat content. तो यहाँ पे enthalpy values plot करेंगे on the x axis और pressure plot करेंगे on the y axis. तो y axis आपको मिलेगा pressure. Here we plot the entropy along the x-axis, entropy, और यहाँ we plot the temperature. Okay. Now first I'm going to tell about the various processes in this schematic diagram. So we start from point 1. So what happens at point 1? We will in ideal condition. I am explaining the ideal cycle. In ideal cycle, at point 1, refrigerant will be in 100% vapor condition. 100%, there is no liquid particle. 100% vapor state. That is why point 1 lies on saturated vapor line. AC portion पे point 1 lie कर रहा है, because at point 1 vapor is in 100% vapor state. So at point 1 our refrigerant is in vapor state. Then it will goes to the compressor, where compressor suck the vapor from the evaporator and then it compress it. So what happens? Compressor volume decreases and pressure increases. So here we will at point 1 there is a evaporator pressure. This is compressor, C for compressor. So the function of compressor is to increase the pressure from PE to PC. Compressor क्या काम करेगा कि it will increase the pressure from evaporator pressure. This is at evaporator pressure PE, and this evaporator is pressure in the evaporator is PE and temperature is TE. Similarly, pressure in the condenser is PC and temperature is TC. So what happens? Compressor increases the pressure, evaporator pressure to the condenser pressure, and temperature also increases. When pressure increases, temperature also increases, because pressure is directly proportional to temperature. So when pressure increases, temperature also increases. So temperature increases to point T2. This T2 temperature is greater than TC. This T2 temperature is greater than TC temperature, condensate temperature. So point 2 is in saturated, superheated. Point 2 is in superheated state. So point 1 is in saturated vapor state, then point 2 is in superheated state. Then from 2 to 2' process is called desuperheating. Then from 2 it will enter to the condenser, and in condenser it will enter the superheated vapor and converted to saturated liquid. Here we will get the saturated liquid. So first of all, desuperheating is done, then condensation is done. So there are two processes in the condenser. First one is called the desuperheating, in which temperature of the refrigerant from T2 decreases to T2 dash. Here T2 dash it is in the condensate temperature. So from 2 to 2 dash it is called desuperheating. This process is called desuperheating. 2 to T cause desuperheating, in which temperature of the refrigerant decreases. So at point 2 dash, here it is in vapor state and it is in liquid state. At point 3 it is in liquid state. So from 2 dash to 3 there is a condensation process. So 2 dash to 3 represent the condensation process, and again at point 3 we will get the saturated liquid, but pressure remain at PC. So at point 2 and 2 dash and point 3 we will get the same pressure, condenser pressure. So from point 3 it will go to expansion valve. And what is the function of expansion valve? Expansion valve has reverse function as of compressor. Compressor increases the pressure from PE to PC, and expansion valve decreases the pressure from PC to PE. Compressor means increasing pressure, or expansion valve means decreasing pressure. So it will decrease the pressure from PC to PE. So at point 3 it will go to expansion valve. In expansion valve there is a restriction to the flow of refrigerant. For that it will get more friction, and due to that friction its pressure decreases, and when pressure decreases temperature also decreases. So we will get the point 4. At point 4 you will see we will get the chilled liquid at point 4. At this point we will get the chilled liquid coming from the expansion valve. Chilled liquid refrigerant coming from expansion valve, coming from expansion valve. So at point 4 it will goes to chilled liquid refrigerant goes to evaporator, so it will enter as a liquid, chilled liquid, and it will receive, suppose the liquid refrigerant has a temperature minus 10 degrees Celsius. So there is a flow of heat from the water to the refrigerant. So what happens when refrigerant receives the latent heat from the substance to be cooled? It will change its state from liquid to vapor. So in evaporator, liquid enters, and at the outside we'll get the vapor condition, and in the condenser, vapor enters as a superheated vapor, and we will get the liquid. So in evaporator there is a change of state, and in condenser there is also a change of state, but in compressor and expansion valve there is a decrease in increase and decrease in pressure as shown in the diagram. So now we represent this cycle on the TS and the PS diagram. So 1 set 2 in the PS diagram, it will represent the compression process. 1 set 2 is called compression process. In the PS diagram and the TS diagram, 1 set 2 process is the compression process. Compression in the compressor, compression process at 2 from point 2. If we draw the perpendicular on the enthalpy axis, we will get the H2 enthalpy of the refrigerant at point 2. Similarly, here if we draw the perpendicular, we will get the H2 dash enthalpy value, and this is at point 3. We will get the vertical line H3 is equal to H4, means enthalpy of point 3 is equal to enthalpy at point 4, which means enthalpy is constant. So we will have 4 processes. 1 set 2 is the compression process in the compressor, then there is a then there is a de-superheating and condensation process in the condenser, and third, in the expansion valve we have the expansion process, and the 4 in the evaporator we have the refrigeration process, which is also called refrigerating effect. तो जितना भी हीट रिसीव करेगा रेफ्रिजरेंट इन द इवेपोरेटर from the substance, जिनको हमको ठंडा करना है, from the substance to be cooled, that heat is called the refrigerating effect. So now the COP. Now we will write the formula of COP. COP stands for coefficient of performance. So COP is the coefficient of performance. This is the output. COP is called the output upon input. Here input is desired effect. जो हमारा desired effect है, what is desired effect? हम कितना इसके अंदर हीट जो हम कूल करना चाह रहे हैं, desired effect is cooling. Desired effect upon work done. तो यहाँ work done कहाँ पे मिलेगा? We will get the work done in the compressor and the desired effect in the evaporator, because in the evaporator refrigerant is absorbing heat from the substance to be cooled, and we will get the refrigeration effect in the evaporator. So तो इसको आप नोट कर लीजिए. देन इसका जो फॉर्मूला हो जाएगा डिजायर्ड इफेक्ट का, वो हो जाएगा आपका इन द इवेपोरेटर दिस इज H1 माइनस H4 अपॉन H2 माइनस H1 इन टर्म्स ऑफ एंथैल्पी. दिस इज द फॉर्मूला ऑफ COP ऑफ वेपर कंप्रेशन साइकिल. दिस इज द फॉर्मूला ऑफ COP ऑफ वेपर कंप्रेशन रेफ्रिजरेशन सिस्टम. तो स्टूडेंट टुडे हमने डिस्कस किया था आइडियल रेफ्रिजरेटिंग इफेक्ट इन विच point 1 is in saturated vapor line, which is 100% vapor condition. So we will have TS diagram and this is the PS diagram. तो इसको आप नोट कर लीजिए, और ये इसका स्कीमेटिक डायग्राम है. मैंने इसी डायग्राम में जो प्रोसेस हो रही है उसको मैंने TS और PH में रिप्रेजेंट किया. नाउ जस्ट आई समराइज द ऑल द थिंग्स जो हमने डिस्कस किया है कि प्रोसेस 1 से 2 हमारा प्रोसेस कौन सा है, कंप्रेशन प्रोसेस है, जो कि हमारा 1 से 2 PS डायग्राम में है, जो कि हमारा कर्व्ड लाइन होता है, और इन द TS डायग्राम में वर्टिकल लाइन होता है 1 से 2, जहाँ पे एंट्रोपी हमारी कांस्टेंट होती है. तो दिस इज द इन आइडियल कंडीशन, इसमें एंट्रोपी कांस्टेंट होती है, तो S1 इज इक्वल टू S2. ओके, तो देन 2 से 2 to 3 कंसिस्ट ऑफ 2 प्रोसेस. Desuperheating from 2 to 2 dash, this is also desuperheating. 2 to 2 dash is the desuperheating in the PS diagram. Desuperheating. Then from 2 dash to 3 condensation. This is condensation process, condensation. Here also it is condensation in the TS diagram. Condensation. This is expansion process. Expansion in the expansion valve. Expansion process. And this is the refrigeration process. Refrigeration process in the evaporator. This is expansion process in the expansion valve. Expansion process. And this is the refrigerating effect या रेफ्रिजरेशन प्रोसेस. इसको रेफ्रिजरेंट इफेक्ट भी हम कह सकते हैं, रेफ्रिजरेटिंग इफेक्ट या रेफ्रिजरेशन प्रोसेस. ठीक है. सो COP is also called this one. This H1 minus H4 is called the refrigerating effect. इतना हीट एब्जॉर्ब कर रहा है. And this H2 minus H1 this is called work done. So COP is refrigerating effect among the work done. तो रेफ्रिजरेंट इफेक्ट इज H1 minus H4 एंड वर्क डन इज H2 minus H1. तो इसमें आपने नोट कर लिया होगा सारी चीज़ें, और किसी को कोई कुछ पूछना है तो पूछ सकता है. बाकी मैंने डिस्कस कर लिया है स्पिंडल डायग्राम, TS डायग्राम, PS डायग्राम, और ये हमारा COP है रेफरेंस साइकिल की.